Good morning. It is April the 1st, a Wednesday in 2026. The sun is just coming up over here. I'm sitting out on my porch. There's the sun. There's the first signal for me of the sun's first light on April the 1st. With the new owners still settling in. Nobody quite up at the moment, but people will be going to school. Well, they've actually already gone to school. It's 8:20. And I'm not stripped down trying to take in the sun for my old pale body, getting a little vitamin D. Move you a little closer. And so this is my hat. This is my vest. This is my beard. This is my pipe. This is my little lighter. And I've got a special lighter now that is a butane lighter. So let me try and use this special lighter. I better turn the flame up a little bit. Now I'm learning how to use it. So I want to go this way with it. And the flame should come out a little further this time. No, it's not. This pipe is smoked out just about, but I got a little bit left at the bottom. I've changed the way I smoke the pipe a little bit. Well, the pipe has changed the way I smoke the pipe. The pipe has done it. It's a teacher from the old shaman days under Sun Bear. Pipe, you know, the big medicine peace pipe thing. Oh, I don't know, somebody's stirring down here. I think I know that guy. He's a troublemaker. Yesterday, March 31st, we got a knock on the door, and it was the police. That was at about 5:30 p.m. And they wanted to know if we had called them. And I said, no, sir, we did not call you. And they said, we got a call from someone who identified himself as Mike. And we said, no. Unless it could be Mikey, who used to stay here and left last September and is now walking the streets. But he wouldn't have any reason to call you and tell you what? What did he tell you? Well, they told us that there was something going on in apartment 218. And I said, if somebody who identified himself as Mike called you, and so you're knocking on my door at 218 to determine if there is something going on? Yes, sir, that's about it. And I said, well, you're welcome to look inside because you're asking politely. And they were very polite policemen. It was, and I'm trying to remember his name, and of course, because I'm trying to remember his name, I can't. starts with a V, and it'll come to me eventually. I'm not going to try to pull it up. And his partner, a short-haired, smaller woman with brown hair. I never got her name. Those two were the officers who knocked on the door. And now it turns out the round officer, both of them white, and that matters down here, especially when the police come, because racism works both ways, people. And if you're white and the cop is black, you better say yes sir and yes ma'am, because they ain't gonna put up with any bullshit from you like their ancestors had to put up with 400 years. Sounds reasonable, but you know, I didn't do it. I mean, I just showed up in this skin. Anyway, just like they did. So we're all trying to get around to Dr. King's don't judge a man by the color of his skin, judge him by the content of his character. Very few people see past the skin, white people included, me included. I'm not preaching here, I'm confessing. So, the sun is coming up, the little shadow bars are going to follow it, of course. And pretty soon they'll be straight, just like this. That'll be noon. So I'm tracking the sun as it makes its 6-month journey from the south to the north. And when it reaches there on winter solstice, it will turn around and start going back south. But right now we're a good ways away from winter solstice. We're not at equinox, but we're about halfway on the journey north, the 6-month journey. Always gives you hope, because in the dead of winter the sun is already headed south. December 21st. So April 1st, March, April, May, June, July, September, October, November. Wait, that's 7. What is I gotta look up the equinox and all those things. I can't call it in my head. Trying to establish my place and my time on this side of the screen, because you on that side, whoever may be watching, if anyone ever watches, will be watching from your side of the screen, where it will be a different time and a different place. So across time and space, you and I meet. Hello. I can only tell you about my side of the screen, not yours, but I hope to connect. That's my big thing these days, to connect. First, to express. I need to get a lot of this out. I have to tell this story. And I can't just tell it, I gotta tell it to ears that will receive it, that will hear it. So there comes the connect. E.M. Forster said in his novel about India, came out in the 20s, I think, I don't know, maybe you're wrong, Malabar Caves. He said, only connect. That's his maxim. And I adopt it as my maxim now. And then my other maxim, the express part, comes from Mr. Emerson, of course. Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said just about everything that can be said in as eloquent a way as it can be said. What a guy. Oh, man. He taught Thoreau everything he knew. And Thoreau went on and learned a whole bunch more, right straight from the woods. Thoreau was nature's Emerson. So Emerson says, a man is only half himself. The other half is his expression. I love that. So only connect and fill the other half of you. Express yourself. We are creatures born to express, not impress. You know, a lot of times I try to express to impress, like I'm some sort of wise dude or smart guy or big shot. That kind of expression doesn't land. People feel it. And also people feel it when you're speaking right from the heart. And the heart, I've learned from the doctors, because I've had so many heart attacks and heart failure, my poor old physical heart sits smack in the middle, not to the left as I was thought all my life. No, it's right here, where the spiritual heart, the heart made from the energy that makes light, where we meditate in my path, heartfulness. Now the path, the practice is called, never was renamed. The practice has always been the natural path, the simple way. Sahaj Marg. Babaji came up with the practice and named it in 1945. Charaji expanded it through unbelievably dedicated and tireless service to his master. And that's when I met the lineage in the person of Charaji in September 1992 outside of Molina, Georgia. There he was. And he was what I was hoping he would be. He was the pastor that had picked me. I didn't pick him. At least that's what the masters tell us. Babaji said to an Abhyasi, a practitioner, he said, you know, the reason you're telling me that you feel like you've known me, you didn't pick me as a master. You were picked before you were born. We picked you. And so I do believe that when a person is ready, the master appears, the teacher appears. But not until you are ready, because you won't even recognize them when you're not ready. It could be somebody you've known all your life and never recognized as your life teacher. Whoever that may be. It could be your fishing buddy, it could be your grandmother, it could be somebody down the street, it could be anybody. And he won't be everybody's teacher, he'll be your teacher. Yeah, just like in college, you know, you find these teachers, doesn't matter what subject they were teaching, One of the best teachers I ever had in my life was a geology professor, and I had to take a rock course for some completion or something. So he was what we called, dismissingly, he was a rock teacher. But let me tell you, this man loved his subject so much. He got so emotionally excited about, this is a shale, this is a slate. See how they look alike? They are not alike. They're very different. Sedimentary rocks, blah, 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 blah. He would just go on. And I started loving rocks because he loved them so much. He was a teacher. Now, a guru is, of course, everything that a teacher is, because a guru is a teacher. But a guru is a little bit more than a teacher. Wonderful as that may be, a teacher exists to impart information, and you imbibe it according to your capacity. You're able to imbibe, and according to the teacher's ability to teach and to convey, to connect with you, with information. A guru does all of that, but a guru does something beyond that. A guru's vibration, okay, I'll call it a vibration. It's like a tuning fork. You know, you go bing, hold it next to another tuning fork, and then the second tuning fork starts to vibrate in its own rhythm. If this is a C, boom, this may be a B. But the vibration emanating from the first tuning fork will start the next tuning fork to singing. That's how a guru is different than a teacher, because the teacher imparts information just like a guru, but the teacher may or may not have that ability to boom, get you your tuning fork. Every soul has its own particular vibration, I have discovered. That's why evangelizing is really an affront to spiritual integrity, because, you know, I may find Jesus, and that's a great way for me, but that doesn't mean that's the way for you, because I don't know what your vibration is. I used to proselytize about this practice that I'm doing because it's kind of my nature. If I find a good thing, I want to tell everybody, hey, I found this, you ought to try it. Well, that's okay, but you can invite, but you can't push. You have to let the person follow the own attraction of their own heart. Give them a little space, and if they want to try it, they'll say, hey, what do I do? How do I do your meditation? I said, well, that's real simple. We just sit together for maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little longer, I don't know, maybe a little shorter. Because meditation, in my way, is not a solitary event. It's a communion. It's not a concentration. Yes, meditation means you let the mind rest in one thing, one object. So what do we meditate on? Well, the heart is the chakra that we meditate on in heartfulness. Heartfulness is the name of the response to Sahaj Marg. Okay? It's brilliant. Because a practice does not exist to be a set of rules and regulations that we have to follow. That's what a religion is. A practice exists to serve the current needs of the people. We are not the people of 1800. We're not the people of 3000 BC. We are the people of 2024, undergoing tremendous evolutionary changes right every day in the form of AI, in the form of the internet, these revolutionary, evolutionary tools that Homo technicus, which we are evolving toward from Homo sapiens, has invented. We extend our sight with binoculars. We extend our ears with a telephone. We can hear somebody talking around the world with our ears. Not that our ears are so great, but our capacity and our cleverness and our intelligence makes us the chief species on this planet. And it then becomes our responsibility to protect all life on the planet and not to be treating it the way we've treated it so carelessly. As we grow up as a species, we're now growing up. But there's a real dangerous opportunity. That wonderful I Ching phrase, opportunity and danger go side by side. We may blow up the planet. We may pollute the planet. We may kill all the life on the planet one way or the other with an atomic bomb or with our search for fossil fuels, which is a little bit outdated. You know, we're close to fusion right now. That's going to change everything. Because people just have to move around. Gary Snyder was once asked, what can we do to save the planet ecologically? He said, stay put. 2 words, stay put. Do you really have to make this trip, as they said during World War II? Is this trip necessary? We need to keep that mentality going. Is this trip really necessary? Do I really have to get up and go to the store or go to this or that or whatever? We always busy going somewhere. Well, sometimes we do have to go places. Yeah, that's natural. We have to move. But people sometimes are so restless, they can't stop, they can't sit still. That's why you have to have a practice, so you can become still. Best definition of meditation, the best definition of the destination of meditation. The definition and destination is in the Bible. I think it's in Psalms. Simple words. Here is what meditation is, folks. And here's what you want to sit with as the purpose of your meditation. Because the purpose of why you do what you do makes a huge difference in the results. If I am sitting here just to get some sun, well, okay, I'll get some sun, that's nice. If I'm sitting here to sit and to become still and to become one with God, that changes the result. I may not get there, but that's what I'm aiming for. So here's the Bible verse, and I'll close with this. Be still and know that I what? Be still and know that I am God. Meditation? Yes. Be still. And know what? That I am God? Wait a minute. I'm just a little person here. How can I be calling myself God? That's the crazy thing. No, not from God's viewpoint. From God's viewpoint, you're all sons and daughters. So am I. Jesus was so close to God, he said, my Father in heaven sent me. How close do you feel to that Father, that entity, that unknowable? God is no object. He can't be the object of meditation. So we take the next most subtle thing, the energy that makes light in the heart. And when you visualize it, you don't have to visualize it in a certain, just take the idea there is divine light in my heart, and then let it go. Then just sit. If thoughts come, okay, they come. Remind yourself, I am meditating on light in the heart. Don't fight your thoughts. Don't resist them. Don't get carried away by them. Just return to your heart. That is meditation. If you can sit for 30 minutes, great. If you can sit for a full hour, never more than an hour, but you can sit for an hour, 51 minutes is what I go for. Because I'm, a number junkie, and I like 51, being born in 1951, 1951. And it is now 8:46. So I've been going on for 27 minutes. I think it's time to see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Not too soon, baboon, just right, satellite. Understand, road band? Know what you mean, jelly bean.